Okay, so this is the 2020 season review. What a fair season of the new updates with the team. Transfer details, the big signings. So I'll run through massive what went on in the first season, the arrivals, the transfers that we've made. Are these just my transfers? Okay, I didn't get him. I did get this guy. He was terrible though. He was sort of a replacement. These are the transfers in. That's still here. I did sign this guy 39k for Regan. I call him Regan Mime. I mean, he's okay. He plays in the team a little bit, but I just needed someone that could play Cam, CM, CDM in the team, really. Flicking through the formations. Alfie Jones, didn't buy him. Kevin White, didn't get him. I did go with a slightly different approach. Obviously, normally starting with a team that's not in the top. I'd be going for youngsters that I can get on good contracts for a few seasons, but I started with old players. So I started with Walter Bersa, and this guy was great for us. We also got Mariano Barbara. So as you can see, the record of this guy from the Serie A down to League One in one season, 5 goals, 9 assists, 7 player of the matches. Sorry, and just the way the team played around them. Mariano Barbara. This guy also did score a few goals. I don't know. Can we see? I doesn't show. Well, he scored penalties in penalty shootouts. Actually, so that's probably why they're not showing up there. But Mariano Barbara, again from La Liga to League One, only conceded 18 goals, 25 clean sheets. This guy was immaculate in goal. What a keeper, man. Might have to extend his contract for season 2, but as you can see, he was 3.5 star. He was started at 4 star, then 3.5 star. Had a couple of injuries throughout the season as well. The rest of the transfers in, obviously, is going to show transfer history. It's going to show all of the transfers that the team just made in general. I did get Michael Obafemi. This guy was great for me for the first 6 months. Most of those probably as a sub, or about half, just over half his games as a sub, but the rest of the games, or the rest of the transfers, basically I bought this guy just because I sort of just needed a left mid, and he looks okay, and he's only 17. Kathleen Carp, this guy's a pretty good CDM, CM, centre back when we need him. 28 games this season for me. He's a pretty good player. We're missing anyone else? Let's have a look. I did get, obviously, the Regan Mima, and that's it. I mean, standout players, Malik Wilkes. 23 goals this season. Great start. Quickly run through my tactics. So this is the one I made for this save. This is normally on support. I was just changing it up to see what I could do differently with this formation. This is obviously what the team would normally look like, or along the lines of, and this one is just a classic 4-2-3-1, really, with everything as you'd expect it. Won League One. Check the schedule. As you can see, it started off really well. We did it a bit of a dodgy friendlies, by the way. 8-3 against Tottenham, 3-2 Real Madrid, and 8-1 against Milan. I was like, boys, we are winning the league, and we did. So, well, no spoilers, but you could probably tell from, and these are the only games we lost at the start, or for a lot here, as you can see. Lost 3-2 to Everton, and we were 2-0 up actually in this game, and then Richarlison scored twice, 3 times, yeah. 76 and 77, 2 minutes. Killed us off. Then Fulham, we lost against Fulham in the Cup. It's, it is what it is then. As you can see, this is where it ended. We lost 3 games in a row, 2 of them in the league, 1 of them at the Papa John's Trophy. Can we see the stats? I want to see the stats. Because look at this, they had 1 shot on target. We had 20 shots and 12 on target, and we lost, man. Honestly, absolutely infuriating. But that's that. The transfers out in the transfer history. I basically made all of the cash sales here. Thomas Mayer, don't know why we signed him in real life. I had to get rid of McGuinness. I know he's got some great stats, but last year his contract getting old. Callum Elder didn't need another left back, and these guys are just some players from the under 18s and 23s and stuff. So let's get through all of this. And the scouting meetings. I've hardly looked at the scouting meetings this season because I just accept that. Discuss plans for next season. Man, you know, we'll probably go for something better than mid-table. I do want to get into the Prem. Or any training camp destinations are there? Man, let's go Scotland on a little bit of a journey. Do we get to see the review again? Yeah, there we go. This team is great. The loans, by the way. Gavin White, what a player. Dan Crowley as well. This guy was very good. I think Gavin White as well. Cardiff just bought him for $2 million in real life and then loaned him out. Don't know why. This is the league table. 110 points, 2 losses all season. Came back to back as well. If we just managed to pop a couple of goals and scrape a draw in one of those, as you can see, we won 33%. Is that capacity, I'm assuming? Malik Wilkes, top goal scorer. These are the results, as you can see. There are the losses. Bristol Rovers and Peterborough. So we got... Wait, can I not... Peterborough. Bristol 7th, Peterborough 19th. It's not great. And then it was a bit of a dodgy spell, but then we picked up at the end of the season 4 straight wins. There's 0 goals conceded for the last 6 as well. That's good. Match to remember: 4-1 against Sunderland. Biggest win: 6-1 against Oldham. The goal of the season was Berset. Can we watch it? Or what? Can I click on it? I'm gonna click somewhere. Okay, no matter. Well, the finances, sponsorship, broadcast. This is lame, I think. Grip, Babos and Bess are getting the shirt sold. Keenley's Potter had a great season for us as well. I suppose as well with the team. The first season might have been a little bit easy, considering we do have a pretty good team already to start with at Hull. And probably from, if I go to the tactics and choose the team, who've brought in Barbosa. Fleming was under 23s. Honeyman literally was injured for the entire season. That was quite upsetting, actually. He, in the first friendly, got an 8-week injury. Then in the second league game, he broke his leg. So that was an 8-9 month injury for him. Bear said Tom Eves, sadly not quite the player I wanted him to be. As you can tell up there, he did get a goal in a cup, but in the league, not the player I wanted him to be. I mean, he wins the headers. That's about it. I mean, this guy even scored, man. This guy even scored. He even played 3 games and he scored. In there. So that was the end of the season. How do you start the season? Obviously, first of all, got to make sure you got the best staff around. To be fair, we did already start with pretty good staff. We only have 4 or 7 coaches as well, so lots of improving to do on there. Scouts are pretty good. Everything else is looking absolutely fine. Training, I don't do the training on this game. Don't have the time, as you could probably tell. If the new save came out, 3 days ago? The transfer updates came out about 3 days ago. And we're already here, so that's that. In terms of the youth intake, I don't know who this guy is. Did I sign him? No. Don't know why he's not in the first team, really. Because we sort of needed all we can get for the youth intake. We didn't really get too much great stuff. I don't think. Did we get this guy? Yeah. Not great though, as you can see the stats on these guys, you know, like when you're looking at the 3s and 1s and 5s and stuff, man, like, the players aren't going to be great. But anyone with any, nah, as you can see, they're all pretty bad. And we only signed about half of the guys anyways. But transfers coming in. I haven't signed anyone. I've got a few people on the shortlist that I'm looking at, like this. Who wants him? A lot of Prem sides. So like Felix Nemetcha and Luke Bolton. I do try and I did get these two guys. These are the only two guys I've got. Is a right back from Man United and Callum Cisse, who everyone should know about. If you've done some low league saves, you've probably come across that guy. Nothing to really shout about with these guys. They're all pretty bad. And will be getting released. Nothing else really to do. The schedule's finished for the season. Everything's coming to an end. 8 trials finished. That'll be the youth guys coming to an end. That's about all we've really got to see for the first season review. I suppose I can check up the tactics again. I can't click the browse button. This used to be so much quicker on the browse button. I mean, the tactics, this was the most commonly used one. I did make it all myself. I don't know if I've got set pieces. I think I might have changed a few things. Yeah, aim into the near post and stuff like that. That's always good. But yeah, the tactic is here, just so you can make sure you can see everything that I've got selected on it. In transition, this is normally... No, that's right. I did change it to take short kicks. Like that, but it doesn't really change anything. And this is just how it is. Force position, opposition outside, much higher and everything. And there it is. Still, should I get Barbosa back? I do know he might be willing to take a wage cut. Okay. He won't take it. Well, I'll have to figure the wage problem out because I don't really want to be putting that much into a keeper. Oh, we did get new ownership as well. Just a couple of weeks ago towards the end. I want to increase the youth level. I already requested it once. It got rejected, but that was with the old owners. I suppose we could do that. And we can make 3 at once, I believe. See what they say to those real quick. Then we'll end up there. Ooh, youth level to be increased. Accepted and rejected. Plays for the first team rather than the youth. I mean, that's fair enough. As I said with scout reports, I hardly looked because we didn't need anything. In terms of the squad is thin. Don't get me wrong, the squad's thin. George, Long and Barbosa set to leave. Wanted Maniana. Come on, guys. He played 2 games because that's literally, there's 2 games we lost. He was playing in them because Barbosa got injured, man. I mean, we did score as well, to be fair, but he's got good stats, but still. I think he was like number 3, which is disappointing. As you can see, the depth is not brilliant. We've got a couple of good centre backs. Jordi Device out on loan for the entire season. With 33 games at QPR, he might, to be fair, come back into my team and play. I definitely know he would have been playing this season. Reece Beck, Jacob Greaves has been an absolute talent as well. 20 years old, what a player. Sean McLaughlin played in Ireland for a bit. Not brilliant. Let's look at the team review. The loan players, I must say Dan Crowley and Gavin White as our right mids. Right wings, brilliant. Regan Slater didn't really play. Who else we got? Greg Doherty. I wish I could have got more out of this guy, but nothing it didn't really fit. It didn't work in my formations. This guy was great. I loved playing it with my team, to be fair. 39k, and you can't complain. The stats are okay. And I'm not going to go on the websites looking for best potential youth players for very cheap. I just search everyone myself. Volta Bersa, do I? His physicals are terrible. I don't think I should plan on keeping him, even though his stats are pretty good. 7 player of the match performances. He would regularly get upwards of 7 and 8 ratings as well in games. 7.6, yeah, he would always get good ratings in the Camrel. Samuelson set to come back as well. Now this could be a guy we can work with. Good dribbling. What's his passing? I mean, for the championship, it might be a bit of a tough one. This guy was terrible. Never learned this guy. I only got him because of the pace, really. But he was terrible. The rest of the team. James Scott had a great season. He's a great player. Also, can't forget about the main man, the new Jared Bowen, the new JB20. Okay, look at the stats on this guy from left mid / striker. 18 goals, 15 assists. That's a total of 33 and 36 with 6 player of the matches and 22 goals in the season. So that's the save, really. The first season review and how it's gone so far. It's about 16 minutes as well to talk about that. But it's a fun series. It's a fun save to have, really. Yeah, the team's on the up. Now we've got new owners and a new manager. And if you know Hull, it's not great at the moment. But there we go. That's what we got, and I'll leave you with the league table. Can't believe we lost in the final, man. Shockers. Oh well. 110 points in the first season, 2 losses. You can't have gone. You can see teams at the bottom. We've got 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. Almost 4 times the amount of points. That's pretty good. Even mid-table, we got about double the points in mid-table. Which is just crazy as well. Especially with it being 110. And even Rochdale did pretty well, but 8 losses in there. So that was the save. These are the guys. As you can see, look at the goals, man. We were banging in the goal. James Scott, Keane, Lewis Potter, Malik Wilkes. We didn't get anyone else. But that's that Troy Parrott on loan from Spurs. He had a great season. Yeah. Not bad for them. Did they make it into the playoffs at all? No, they just dropped off. That's sad. Oh well, in other news, I'll be smashing the save back out. As you can see, league position. Basically top all the way through the season. This was, I think we drew 2 games and smashed it out from there. So that's been the save so far. Quite happy with that. Pre-season was great, league was great. Had good cup runs, only lost to Prem teams, 2 league losses. And that's where we stand. So yeah, thanks for watching. Look at the links in the comments, leave a subscribe and a like. Thank you, bye bye.